So what do you do when nothing seems clear, the future seems blurry, and you're not sure what's coming next? When you are in a situation and you feel like, I'm just really unsure, I want you to feel those energies of feeling unsure. Now, there is really, truly, of course, everything comes from the Spirit, everything is a gift from the Spirit. But the confusion energies or the future seeming unclear, it should be this way. Unless the divine has come down and has shown you very clear vision of, hey, this is what is to come, then you don't know. And so I was walking down a road. I was on day, I don't know what, of my enlightenment, but this had been going on for several days in a row. Pure, perfect, divine alignment. And so I'm walking down the road, and these amazing things had been happening to me. Like, just what? Like, is our life real? It's not, this is all a dream. So these amazing things have been happening. So I'm walking down the road, and anytime that I would ask for something, like, I want something cool to happen, divine, show me something, well, then it would happen. So I'm walking down the road, and I'm like, what should I be doing right now? Give me more. And I'm told, just keep walking. I'm like, this is the most boring thing ever. And I was so disappointed in that message that I received back. Like, just a moment of like, what? You've been giving me all these amazing things and you're telling me to just keep walking? What? But then I was told, I'm not here to predict your future. I'm not here to do any of these things. What I'm here to do is to lead you in the now. So you could go to, some psychic, some tarot reader, and they could tell you, based on your current energies, this is going to be the outcome. They could even tune into someone else's energy and say, well, based on their current energies, this could be the potential outcome. But why is this detrimental and essentially not necessarily the truth? Well, why? First of all, because the future can change at any given moment. And second of all, how can someone, even if we tune into the Spirit, tell you something about your life that has not happened yet? Then are they the creator of your life? They're not. It's you. We always have choices. So we came here on earth and we were given choice. Now, the other day, deep in a ceremony, I was given the vision, and this is what came through, of the devil betting God, because I was trying to understand. Now, just keep those words loosely, because I don't actually mean them in the way that, they sounded like they came out. We all have different perceptions of what words mean. But I was trying to understand, while I was in ceremony, why we then have lower energies available to us here on this planet. Okay, and because they're here for us to learn and to gain and to grow towards the love. But I was trying to understand, but why is it here in the first place? Since God, the creative creator, the power, is only love, and I know this at the very essence of my core. As deep as it goes, I know this. This is how healings take place, because of this knowledge. So why then is the darkness allowed to be present here, and why is it even here? So the devil, we're going to get deep here, made a bet with God that people would put their faith in him, that they would believe in him rather than the love. And because of this, because of their belief in him, they would get sick, they would get diseases, their lives would suffer misery, destruction, and ultimately they would die. And God said, okay, that's fair. They can have a choice. They can choose the love or they can choose the fear. They can feed the heaven or they can feed the hell. And that will be their experience that they have here on earth, whichever it is that they choose to feed. Because there are many people who believe in the evil, and because they believe in the evil, they think about it, they speak about it, they act on it. And because of this and because of their focus, they get so much more of it. They are the creator, that creative mind power, behind the hellish existence that they are experiencing here on earth. Now, in the same frame, the divine, the loving divine, has given us this free will, and so we can choose whether we want to believe in the divine's love or in the evil forces in the world. And whichever it is that we choose to believe in, that is what we experience in our earthly lives. That is our earthly experience. The life that we live is what we choose through our mind power, or lack thereof, to feed. So what is fueling your existence? Is it the evil? Is it the devil? Or is it the love? So now let me tell you about this love. So this love, it's perfect. It's pure. It's perfect. There's no place within this love which is lacking. And because there's no lack that is in the love, it's pure and it's perfect. And when you get to know this love and you believe in it and you do not doubt in it, it will save you from yourself, baby. And everywhere that you go, there is nowhere that this love is not. But when our beliefs within our own mind do not believe that, then our eyes will perpetuate the beliefs that we do hold within us, because our beliefs are the be-all and everything in our life and experience. And so if I believe in the evil, let's say that I believe in it, 20%. I give it 20% of my focus. Okay, 20% of my focus goes to that. So when I leave my house, 80% of the world around me looks like heaven, but 20% of it looks like hell. It's fueled by the hell. Do you understand what I'm saying? When we fear is the opposite of love. Let's imagine here, you come, you meet me, I'm a pretty good hugger, so I go and I give you a hug. Now my hugs usually last a really long time. Pleasant, melt into it. And so as you are receiving this hug, I'm giving you the nicest hug. There's so much comfort, there's so much love there, and there's deeper levels of understanding that are coming as well through this hug that is not ordinary. Do you understand? So you're just receiving love, but it's not quite what you're used to. But all it is love. Now you've received this. So now you're experiencing this. Now if you were in divine alignment, you would receive that love. There would be no doubt that was in it. You would just receive it and you would know, that was a very nice giving exchange of love that I received from this person. I feel better now. Okay. Now, let's say that you're not completely in divine alignment and you receive a hug from me and it's a little bit different than what you're used to. You've never had somebody give you a hug that is exactly like this. So if you are not living in the divine alignment frequency vibrations, and then you then receive this hug, what is going to happen? It's going to activate your mind power. And you might start to think all kinds of things. You might think, that's weird, she's weird. Well, this is awkwardly long. Ooh, I don't know about this. What is she trying to get out of me from this? It could play off in so many ways based on that person's level of commitment to the fear and the hell in their life. So if you are experiencing hell at 20%, heaven at 80%, it will interweave itself, it will entangle itself into every single experience that you have. So it doesn't even matter if you're just receiving a nice hug from someone. If you are experiencing 20% of hell, even that experience of the hug will be interwoven with 20% of it feeling like hell. So the point of this is, when I'm giving a hug to somebody, am I giving them any of that hell? No, I'm giving 0%. I'm giving only divine love. But based on that person's perception, that will be their experience. So it doesn't matter what I'm sending, it's what their mind has allowed them to receive. This is exactly the way that life goes. This is the life force energy that is all around there. It is constantly bombarding the earth with pure and perfect love from the divine. You can see this in nature. You can see that wildflowers grow, the trees grow, everything goes in seasons. The animals are taken care of. The perfect nutrition is provided for the animals in all seasons, in all environments. Our earth is love made visible. And because these animals and because these trees do not believe in the hell, therefore they do not experience it. Because the universe is sending them a hug every day, all day long, and they don't fight it, they receive it. They don't allow their minds, because their minds are of different consciousness than ours. They don't allow their consciousness to interfere with the flow of divine love, because they don't see anything as good or bad. Therefore, when the leaves start falling off, and the tree is like, I better preserve my energy, and starts kicking all those leaves off at the end of the season, it does not see this as a bad thing. It sees this as, oh, it's time to do this now. And therefore it does it. And because it's not kicking and screaming and crying, and oh, my leaves are all falling off, it's not experiencing any hell. It's experiencing a transition, a change, and a shift, which is perfectly, divinely timed. But we as humans are like, oh no, I want my thing to happen yesterday. I'm not waiting for fall for my leaves to fall off. I'm kicking them off right now. And because we do these things, because we want to be in control of all these things rather than allow divine timing to take over, and therefore the right thing to occur at the right time. But because we want to be in control of these things, we force and we push and we rip our leaves off before they're ready to fall off, and we start, being sad when we're not blossoming, even though it's not the right season for it to be, or we haven't got the right nutrients and the right things that we need. It is only the human mind power, mind control or lack thereof, which causes suffering here on this planet. The divine love is always and only divine love, because it can be nothing other than what it is. Love cannot be something that it is not. It can't be something that it isn't. Therefore, it can't be anything other than what it is. It's only love, and it's love all the time. Always, 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 always. Pure love is always pure love. That's like saying, well, sometimes the letter A is actually the letter B. No, it's not. And divine love can be nothing other than what it is. And because it is pure love, and it has not changed. This is what has not changed about the divine. As through the centuries and forever is the divine is always love. And when the divine made the deal with the devil and said, yeah, go ahead, sure, the divine knew that it is through your suffering and through your painful experiences that you gravitate and are lifted up towards the divine love, and you realize the necessity, that deep need that you have for it, that deep need that you have in your soul that's like, oh, I feel like I'm missing something. It's that. It's the pure love. But because we've forgotten, because we get amnesia when we get here and our minds get wiped out, we completely forget. We completely forget that there's only love. And because we forget about it, we stop speaking about it, we stop thinking about it, we stop feeding it, because we put our focus on things other than what it is. We put our focus on what it isn't. Oh, better get out here and go do this, better get out here and go do that, gotta keep myself busy, keep myself distracted, don't want too much thinking time. Well, the only people who say that spend a lot of their thinking time in hell. Because if you're spending your thinking time in heaven, which I hope that you do, then you're going to want that time. Somebody wants to know something here. Somebody's been curious. They've had a question about something and they want to know something. I'm just going to tune in and I'm just going to get a channel message for you here. Actually, yes. I want one too. I guess that's the message. I guess besides that, I don't even know. There's nothing else coming through. So the answer is yes, I want one too. I don't know, your answer is yes. You'll know, because that'll make sense to you, because it doesn't make sense to me. It'll make sense to somebody. Okay. Believe that love. Believe in that divine love, and it will be your experience. Your beliefs are continually reported to you through your senses. What is actually going on in the visible world around you is what your beliefs are continually reporting back to you of what you believe is present in your situation, in your life circumstances. What you believe to be will be. It will not be something other than what you believe it to be. Not something other than what it is. Let me give you an example of this. Let's say that I believe that anyone that I meet finds me incredibly endearing, smart, and funny. Okay, so I believe this. And because I believe this, I think it all the time. I might even speak about it all the time. Whatever it is. So then when I go out, everybody that I meet thinks these things about me. Now, do they believe them because they're true? Or do they believe them because I believe that people believe this? And therefore it is my perception of what is going on in the interactions that I'm having that are my experience. This is what is happening. The beliefs that we hold within us continually report back to us and dictate and determine what's really going on. Have you ever had a bunch of miscommunication with somebody, but yet you're like, I was in that same conversation, like I'm not understanding where that person got that from and why they're not understanding where I'm coming from? I will tell you why. Because we are all living from our own perspective. All of us experience our beliefs made visible to us These are our proofs of our beliefs. But they're not the truth, and I don't know how many times to say it, and it's hard to kind of explain that just because you're experiencing something and you're getting the proof of it doesn't mean that it's true. It only is proving to you the belief that you are holding within your mind and your heart and your soul, deep in your soul. This is what I help people transform and change, is their soul level beliefs. Because those soul level beliefs dictate every single thing, all of their life experiences. And then these things come in and they're like, I don't know why these things keep happening to me. And I'm like, I know exactly why these things keep happening to you, because you believe in them. Therefore you're feeding them. Therefore you're giving them your vibratory powers. And they are creating more of the same, more likeness. Now let's say that you gave me a whole bunch of cotton candy and I was like, oh yay, I love cotton candy. Okay, this is great. And you just give me all this cotton candy, and so then I'm giving you back some more cotton candy because I'm like, oh, I love this. And there's this exchange of cotton candy going back and forth because I really like it. It's really nice. You give, I give. We go back. Oh, it's nice and good. I like that. Life's happy with all the cotton candy. Okay, now let's say that you come up and you give me a bag full of ground up liver and smashed brains. And you're like, there you go, happy, snacking. And I'm like, what? I don't want this. Man, dang it. And now you have given me something that I don't like. And now I'm saying I don't want this. And so I'm trying to give it back to you. I'm like, okay, well, you give it to me, well, I'll give it back to you. You give it to me, I'll give it back to you. Because I don't want it, right? This is what we do with people. So people will hate on us. They'll be mean to us. And rather than the cotton candy where we're like, oh, I like this, I'll be nice back to you, we give them back what they gave to us. And the universe sees that as, oh, they like it, they want it, look, they're getting it and they're giving it, oh, things must be going great. So when you are receiving vibrations from the world that are low vibration and you accept them, this is how you're accepting them, by receiving them, by recognizing them, and then putting them back out there in the world. Give me more. Let's say that you're really critical of people's yards when you're driving by their house. You're really judgmental of it. So you drive by their house and you're like, oh man, look at that person's yard. Ugh, they should do this. And you're one of those judgy people. Okay, well, what's going to happen? Is you're driving through the neighborhood, let's say that because you're living in hell if you're judgmental. So let's say that you judged 35% of the homes that you drive by. Okay, so you're living in 35% hell. So 35% of the time, all the houses that you see, you're critical, you're judgmental of them. What happens over a period of time? So you're seeing those houses, you're now being critical, so your vibrations are going out through electromagnetism. They are imbuing all that empty space that is there. They are creating it, actual creation, and it will at some point come back and become visible in their life. So they are being given something to criticize because the universe thinks they want it because they criticize. And so it goes, here you go, there's something to criticize. And you're like, oh yay, I get to criticize. And then you criticize more, and the universe is like, perfect, we're doing it right. We're giving them what they want, something to criticize. And because they keep criticizing about it, you're creating more and more and more and more. So at some point, you're driving through the neighborhood for the next 20, 30 years, and you're like, oh, still, 35% of these houses are just crap. Well, if you changed your belief, 100% of those houses could be absolutely beautiful and amazing. But it's your belief that you're witness to. Do you understand? Now, I know that when we go even deeper here and we go back, why did the devil and God allow this? Why did this deal come from? And where did the devil come from in the first place? If the devil is the darkness and the love is the goodness, then how could it come from something that it isn't? So let's just look through our life here. With every lesson and with every bit of learning that you've gone through, I think of the hell that I went through in my life, with my ex-husband, and how horribly torturesome that was at that point in my life. That's the biggest blessing I've ever received, is not having to be with that man anymore. That's like Here, do you want a giant box filled with gold? That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. That I got a giant box filled with gold. So even though I had to go through all of the things that I had to go through the betrayal, the heartbreak, the suffering, the pain, the ending, the transition, the change, all of the things, it was like I received a box of gold. That sounds like love to me. So the divine knew. The divine knew, yes, I will give the people free will. I will let them see that it is them that causes their own suffering, and then of course they will choose the pure love. They will choose me. My children will choose me. They will see it. They will recognize it. They will acknowledge it. They will acknowledge me. And they will love me. And I do. Believe me, I do. I love the divine. I see the divine in everything. There is nowhere that the divine is not. The divine is love, 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 always, 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 forever, always love, always goodness, always greatness. Well, I love you, my divine darlings. And I will see you guys in the next one tomorrow. I'm still available for private sessions, Zoom. I can do them worldwide, but I am in St. Louis here, so if you are in the area and happen to be tuning in, welcome. And you can reach out to me through my website here, which will have a link down below. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great one.